We got it going, baby! Let's go!
Alright, so before we get into it, I just want to give a big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for over 200 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. Also, another thing I want to say real quick, there is not and will never be any AI involved in this channel. I record and edit all the videos myself. My girlfriend does all the channel art and the thumbnails for me. Big shout out to her for that. And my brother makes all the music that you hear in the channel, actually. So, big shout out to him for that. Everything you hear in this channel is 100% made by humans, and it's going to stay that way. So, I just want to let you guys know that. And once again, thank you for 200 subscribers. Let's cut to getting the Thunderbird going. Alright guys, so I don't know if you remember where we're at with the car, but the Volvo power steering swap is all set. That's all good. Next up is the water pump pulley had to come off because the way the belt needs to run here, this pulley's going away. It's just an idler pulley, it does nothing. But so the way this has to run is over this, around the alternator, around the tensioner, and then back down. That's the only way it can really run. And this is the old water pump pulley here. Obviously it's not ribbed. So online I bought this, and I had to drill the hole out to make the same size as the other one because it was a little small in the middle, but the back spacing is the same, everything's the same. Also, wow, gotta love Michigan weather, the yard is a lake again. But that's where we're at. So I'm gonna get this pulley on, and then I'm gonna measure out the belt. For that, I'm going to just cut the old belt and then measure it, or wrap it around and then cut it to length. And then I'm going to take 3 belts home from work and roughly the same size, and I'm going to try each of them, and whichever one fits the best is the one that's going to go on the car. Okay, so like an idiot, somehow I misplaced the water pump bolts, or the water pump pulley bolts, but it's gonna work. It's very, very, very close to the crank pulley down here. I have like maybe a millimeter of space before it starts hitting, but it should work, and the belt lines up perfectly. Alright guys, so I've mentioned this in videos before, but I'm very cheap. So you guys know I lost the water pump pulley bolts. I actually had a spare one for a Lincoln Town Car 302 from the 80s, and they were a different size. So what I ended up doing at work today was I cut them and I hit them with a die because they ended up hitting the water pump on the Mustang engine. So I ended up shortening them, cutting them, and then I hit them with a die, and they seem to be good now, so we will see how they work. And then I got 3 different belts here. We measured it out, the belt size, last night, so I just ordered these 3 belts, and hopefully one of these will be right. I ordered 3 just to make sure, because you never really know. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Next we will get the pulley on and then see if one of these belts works. Alright guys, so this should be it. We got the pulley, we got the bolts, we got the 3 belts here. Let's get it all thrown together. Alright guys, so this is kind of how it's going to go then. There is a problem, which is kind of what I was worried about. This is actually hitting the crank pulley, so I'm going to have to shave a little bit off of it. But I'm really glad that I got a belt that fits and everything lines up and works. Alright guys, moment of truth. It's going to be the last time I tried to start it since the last drift season last year. I can kind of hear that pulley. I think I'm hearing it. That's good. Oh wow, yeah. That's fixing itself. Self-clearance, let's go. It's not happy.
Well, that's sitting on there.
I was going to say, it's kind of sad.
The battery's very low, too.
Yeah. Give it some gas here, I guess. It's kind of pissed. Yeah, it's slowly clearancing itself.
All the aluminum in that pulley.
I know. I'm like looking at all the flakes shooting up all over there and stuff. Sweet, this thing's running though. First time since last drift season. Hopefully we can get to some events soon now. Just got to do the ball joints. Oh, I guess it didn't like that. You can hear the power steering pump. Probably. This thing's always kind of idled weird until it's warmed up. It's never been the happiest car ever. This is slowly clearancing itself. So, it is getting better. It's getting quieter too. Full exhaust I got done last year. It was not cheap, but it's worth it to have an exhaust that exits behind me instead of under me like it did before. So.
It was so loud.
I know, it was so loud. It's funny too how much, since we had to hammer the exhaust manifold to even get this engine in there to clear.
Well, it's so weird. It was the
cut
same
power.
motor.
I know, it was the same motor, but that cut power like crazy. So then when I got in it and drove it for the first time like this, I'm like, whoa, this thing's actually really fast. I'm excited, man. Finally, I can do some events in this car and it'll be reliable. This is still going, but...
Well, now we'll have witness marks to know where we got to shave it down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can tell where it needs to be shaved down, right at the,
Yeah.
right at the edges on both pulleys. But it's shaving itself down, so... Alright guys, so we're going to take a quick trip to Mexico here so that we can test drive this. So I'll hand the camera over to my girlfriend here, and we will see what happens. just a paperweight most of the time. It's only useful on track, but when I drive it, my God, I remember everything that I put into it is so worth it. This thing is so much fun. All right, quick rip right here. Give it a quick rip. Woo, baby, let's go! Yeah! That fixed all my power steering problems. We are so set. Alright guys, so it's finally time for this car to be out of the barn and stay out of the barn. I got a few things yet to do to it before I start driving it, and hopefully this week I have an appointment at the Secretary of State to register and insure it. My buddy's painting my wing off the old car. Hopefully that'll be all set soon and I can get it on. See all the rust on it. I miss my stickers, and then the HID headlights are going to come off it this year and go onto it because they work so much better than the factory ones and they look cooler. And then the JDM bumper, I need to find this piece in the middle here, and I'd like to find the license plate holder before I put it on. And I have a buddy who's gonna paint it a little bit better. So hopefully that all can get done and go onto this car and we should be all set then. That's all I really want to do to it this year. I want to get the stock wheels back on it. You guys already saw those. So one thing here is I bought this thing under the premise that it needed a fuel pump, and so I'm gonna probably swap the fuel pump from the old car to this one. And I gotta put this back, or no, I actually bought it under the premise that it needs an ECU, not a fuel pump. So I'm gonna swap the ECU and fuel pump from that car to this car because I don't really trust the fuel pump either. And I'm gonna paint the battery tie down right now though, and I'm gonna get that back in. So we should be one step closer. I'm hoping next weekend the weather holds off enough that I can drive this home, but we'll see because the weather lately has been just really back and forth. It's 60 degrees right now, but it was like a high of 20 a couple days ago. So hopefully next week is the week I drive this home. All right, guys, so we got this in. Works. We kind of determined that next weekend is when we're gonna try and figure out the problem. I'm gonna drive it around for about 20 minutes before I take it home and just see if I can't get it to act up, and if I can, then we're gonna do some testing and see what we can do about it. But otherwise, I painted the battery tie down here. It's gonna be a little sparkly because I had to use Chrysler paint. Zach doesn't care about this truck, so don't worry, but I had to use this stuff. But it's black now, so that's good. I'm about to swap the hood or the trunk struts on this from the old one over there, and we should be pretty much set after that. All right, guys, so these are the old trunk struts. It was kind of a pain, actually. These unscrew because there's no snap thing, so I had to unscrew them from the old car. and it was kind of a pain to do just because of that. But let me show you. Unlock it. Goes right up with the new one. So we are in business. I did get the one gold badge swapped over to the center cap on the new wheel. You can see it right here. These are the other two wheels. They're not in as good of shape, but I think I'm just gonna run them because these are just gonna be temporary wheels for now. They're gonna look sweet either way. That last one I still have in the back of my truck. I need to wash it and clean it, but I'm so excited. Next week, hopefully we can start driving this thing, and I am just unbelievably hyped. Just waiting on this battery tie down to dry here, and I will throw that on, and then everything should be mint except for just figuring out what's wrong with it. So I want to figure out what's wrong with it, and then I'll order the tires for the new wheels. My buddy already got me a good price on them. I'm gonna have to order all new lug nuts too, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So that's kind of where we're at here. RIP this thing, hopefully.
I mean, it'll start up.
I was gonna say, I'm sure it'll start
There's
up.
a battery in it. It'll fire up and it'll drive.
Yeah. Good old 13B.
13B. This one's the 6-port.
6-port. I was gonna say, you know a lot more rotary stuff than I do.
If I remember right, this is the one just before they started putting them in the RX-8s. No, because they had.
What do you mean? Like it's a
It's a
FD
6
engine?
No. It's a 6-port. I don't remember. I'm not a Dorito guy enough yet, or I'm not enough of a Dorito guy, I guess.
I was gonna say it's still cool. This thing's, I mean, it still seems fairly clean. It's obviously beat sun damage from being in New Mexico, but hey, it's cleaner than probably most other ones up here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then up here, it's gonna need a radiator.
So
And then this
crazy
water
that
neck
angle.
right here, it's got a crack in it.
Oh.
So that's why I don't want to drive in it.
Yeah.
And the guy that had it before me deleted the AC, the power steering, and everything off there.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. When
And
this thing was
it
going.
just sucks because I like power steering, you know, because...
Who doesn't? I mean...
Yeah. Oh, because race car. I'm so tired of this stupid because race car.
I know, I need to delete all my accessories because it's a race car. No.
And then you ruin the drivability of the car.
I know. Then it just sucks to drive unless you're on a track, and even then, nothing is better than having AC and grid when you're waiting.
Exactly. Oh no, but it takes like 5 horsepower. Watch this. Push the button and turn it off.
I know, exactly. For the
Hey, guess
1 minute
what?
you're
It's
on
back.
track. Yeah.
Needs a crush washer for the oil cooler because that's leaking. The rear window motor needs to get re-greased. The paint's obviously a giant mess. This
Yeah,
would be
but
a fun track car.
I was gonna say it's a track car.
It's got
That's
the
what it
LSD
should
in the
be.
rear. It's got the 5 lug wheels, so this is an S5. 'Cause it's
Yep.
got the S5 taillights. It's got the S5 brakes.
Yeah.
It's got the. They put bushings in the rear to adapt to loads on it, and it like
Oh,
has
that's cool.
kind of like a rear steer.
Yeah.
But those are probably trashed.
That's
so
it's
they
so
get changed
crazy
out.
how like in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s they were experimenting with rear steering, and then they just never did anything with it again.
Yeah.
Which is kind of insane for how big vehicles are now. You'd think like they would implement that a bit more. I mean, I get it.
It's just it's so expensive.
I was gonna
That's
say it's
probably what it is.
expensive and it's not a very reliable system usually, but
Oh, yeah,
it's still cool.
the crankcase vent
Look out!
was hooked up to the charcoal canister.
That's kind of insane.
So, that charcoal canister's probably shot.
Oh, I bet it is.
Is it still hooked? I can't remember if I left actually disconnect. Yeah, no, it's not even there anymore. No, it is still hooked up.
I was gonna say it looks like it's still hooked up, which is interesting to say the least.
It drove.
It did drive.
It's had
It was
most
fun,
of the.
too.
It had the variable intake runner stuff deleted off of it, so
Yeah.
it's all unplugged here and capped off. And then there was supposed to be something that hooks up here, which had to get taped off because otherwise unmetered air.
Yep.
This is like a vane airflow meter, but it has like a cone inside of it, and it like moves based on how much air moves in.
Yeah, yeah.
early era mass airflow sensor technology before a sensor that can just read air without having something restricting.
Yeah.
But it did run really good.
I was gonna say, one of my favorite memories is still like you were in the front, Alex was in the passenger seat, and I was in the back hatch laying down, and you were like, I'm gonna drift this thing, and you like went around the corner, and I'm in the back, and I'm like, ouch.
Every single time the exhaust popped, it was like underneath you.
Yeah, I know.
Boom! I miss this thing a lot, but
I do too. It was a cool car, and it shot flames out and stuff. It was sweet. But I get it.
It should be cool to get this thing going again, man. I
Oh,
really
I
want
know.
to. It'd be a fun car.
It definitely would. But we have many things that,
That's gotta go away. That's gotta go away.
yeah, everything in that back section has to go away, and hopefully these two can go away.
I'm
Sucks
glad-
that the CRX has to go away, but I get it.
It's too much work
I know.
for a car that goes fast in a straight line. Oh, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
If I'd like taken the engine out of the Del Sol and put it in there,
Oh,
a
that would
B20V
be
in the Del Sol
crazy
would have
in that
been
thing.
nuts.
Yeah.
But then again, there's no suspension aftermarket for
Yeah, I know.
that CRX, so there's no point.
Yeah,
Except cool factor.
I know. It's always cool building like obscure platforms until you realize how much money you actually have to spend. Like even like GS300s, it's like, yeah, it has a 2JZ, but like everything else, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it has suspension stuff, fortunately, that bolts up to other stuff, but like body stuff, have fun finding that. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's
it
why
took me forever to find a wing and a bumper for that, and those are factory things. So
it's kind of why I like got into the whole BMW thing. The 3 Series, the E46s just look good
yeah, I know.
already. You don't have to like there's stuff you can get for them, but they already look great.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw whatever engine in it, throw a 3-liter in there, throw a S52 in there, and it's a rocket ship.
Yeah,
And there's aftermarket for everything on those.
exactly. I mean, that's why I drift crappy old Fords, because they're just cheap.
They're cheap.
They're-
There's junk out there for them.
I know, they're cheap. Everything
The
that can be
Thunderbird's
done
just a
with
Fox body.
I was gonna say everything that can be done with a 302 has been done, and they're just so easy to keep going.
It just sucks
And
because
they're-
that was
it's so
my.
cheap
I
to
want
set
to be
'em up.
unique. I want to be different. And guess what? Unique and being different gets you.
Oh, I know. I get
A
it.
car sitting in your yard rotting.
Yep. That's.
Start cheap, have fun,
I was gonna say.
then do something unique.
I know. Literally biting the bullet and buying that Mustang was one of the best automotive decisions I ever made, because
And
it just worked. And
the entire time I had the Del Sol, when I was trying to do track stuff, that car was perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's an EG,
Yep.
so everything's there. All I need to do is just put stuff together.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I did that, and that car was awesome at Grid Life. I
Yeah.
love that car. But I don't do Grid Life anymore.
I know. I mean, yeah, like the Mustang was such a good platform, and then when I finally I was able to switch to the Thunderbird, and it's like the same platform. It's
Exactly.
just, it's
But better.
unique. I was gonna say it's unique, so it is cool like this was. It's just it's so hard, because you kind of have, if you want to build something unique, you have to do so much like research before you buy it to figure out what you can and can't do with it, and like what swaps over from stuff. Like, that's the only reason I bought the Thunderbird, is I'm like, well, it's the same car as that underneath.
Yeah, it's
So-
just a Fox body or an SN95. SN95
Yeah.
is just a new Fox body.
Like the GS300s, I don't like being the guy who's like, it's a Supra, but it's pretty similar to a Supra underneath.
Underneath everything, it's basically a Supra
was
because
gonna
it's got a
say.
2JZ, but it's just naturally aspirated, so it's just
Yep.
it's just a lower trim Supra.
Yeah, and then the rear suspension too is all Supra stuff. So it's pretty
There's
close.
swappable parts, which makes it easy to get aftermarket for it.
Yeah, I know. It's just stuff like this where there's nothing. It's like, jeez.
I was lucky that Hasport even made engine mounts for it.
Yeah, I know. They're probably discontinued now.
Yeah, I doubt anybody does anything with these model cars anymore.
I know.
This would have been great with a B series. Naturally aspirated B series. It would have been a really great, like, autocross car.
Yeah, I know. Because it weighs nothing. And these rear windows, oh, I gotta watch out.
Yeah, these windows go hard.
I was gonna say, these rear windows are so sweet with this, like, curve in.
Can you imagine how much it costs them to make windows like this shape where it curves
no.
right here?
Wild. It's just, curved glass in general is so expensive. So, like, the fact that they did it on this is crazy. And these, like, things here are so cool, too.
Just little cool little details in the car.
I know.
Still smells like the day I bought it.
I was gonna say, like, it's pretty dry in here for
Having a hole right there.
yeah, having a hole right there, and also just it's sitting here for years. This interior is so cool, though. I love 80s interiors.
They look great.
They do look great.
I really wish I didn't take like the HVAC out of it.
Yeah.
The carburetor 1.5 had to go though.
Yeah.
It had no power and it was automatic.
80s interiors are just wild. Like that 300ZX that was like talking to me at work. Like
Or like mine that had the digital dash. They look
I know.
so good. I love them. Wish there was more.
I had no idea that like those cars did that, but then like it was like it
I
literally
wouldn't have known
said
either.
the left door is open, and I'm like, what?
What?
All right, guys, don't mind the dog in the background, but someone in my last video suggested I fix this with some double-sided tape, and I'm kind of trying it, but it's not working super well. So we'll see how it works. Wish I could kind of hold it there, but we actually discovered here that it's gonna sit here because I'm driving it home next weekend and the weather should be nice, so I'm really excited. But we kind of discovered that these battery terminals were really, really loose, and we were kind of wondering if that's maybe the cause of the problem. So I pulled this battery terminal off of my gold parts car and got it on here, and it's really solid now, you can see. And then this one also is really solid too. This bolt was a bit rusty and loose, so we should be set now. But yeah, so this thing, hopefully next weekend I can take it home. We'll troubleshoot the problem, see if that fixed it, which we're hoping it did. And if it, because what we're thinking kind of is the dude was driving over bumps maybe, and the positive was so loose, even fully tightened down, that it might have been like shaking or vibrating off of the car, or off of the battery. And when it did that, it probably was running rough and then stalling out. So that's kind of what we're leaning towards and what we're hoping the problem is. Otherwise, we're going to start swapping stuff from the other car. But this thing runs now. Great success. I'm happy. It's so much fun. You guys saw. It's a blast. I'm so hype about this. I got to throw the hood back on this before I take off here, since I was pulling the battery terminals out of it. Hopefully this will run soon. Hopefully we can scrap the Mustang. And yeah, really, really successful, productive day. I'm so happy with it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for a lot more car content. We got a lot of stuff coming up soon, as you guys see and hear about all the time. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.